First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Barkley. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down. The Lions at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 44, Barkley. And he fires one incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Barkley. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Off play action. Barkley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second down, it's Henderson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stanford. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tyler Beatty, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Barkley. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Leonard Floyd. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd and long. Barkley. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's fielded at the 45. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing is Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Now they try the right side here. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Play action. Stafford. He'll buy some time right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. There he goes left side. The 30. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Los Angeles.
On first down, Stafford here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rhodes.
Stafford's pass complete to number 15.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 79 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point good by Prater. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. A final shot before break. Barkley. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Looking to throw. Barkley. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
This will be caught at about the 5. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Barkley. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire from 10 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd and 8 coming up. Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw, Stafford. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alim McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Operating from the gun. Barkley, open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Barkley, he's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 7. Here's Barkley. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
A gain of 4 yards. It's 4th and goal.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Rams 28.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Barkley. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown! Jamison Williams, 42 yards. And the Lions tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's He settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
And the Rams first down.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Stafford looks to throw again. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last throw here for Stafford. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. In motion right is a running back. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13.
49. Rams 30.